today to share a very valuable insight with everybody here today.
Une chose que je veux dire à l'entame de cette présentation, c'est que j'ai tout appris du Nigeria avec les leaders qui sont là, comme mon docteur Clément Idigo, Mami Oyemade et tout le reste, les Feintola. Donc, il n'y a rien de nouveau que je voudrais apporter que je n'ai pas appris du Nigeria. Et ça, je le dois vraiment au Nigeria.
One thing that I want to really acknowledge here
Oh, I'm
to
so
start with,
sorry. Was my call disturbing you?
starting with this meeting today is that I've learned and know everything about Nigeria and the whole leadership that is here present here today.
Merci. Alors, je m'en voudrais de démarrer cette session sans présenter mes vœux de sainte et sanctifiante année 2026 à toute la famille présente ici. Lucie, on est à toi. Tu as fermé encore ton micro.
Yeah, parce qu'il y a le petit là vraiment qui
Alors,
m'emmerde.
ça va être compliqué. Je vais prendre moi-même le lead, hein. On autorise.
Mais je vais reprendre tout de suite.
On peut continuer ou vraiment?
J'avais, j'avais pas saisi même ce que vous avez dit, puisqu'il est
J'ai
écrit.
dit que je m'en voudrais de démarrer sans présenter mes vœux de sainte et sanctifiante année 2026 à tous.
I won't start this meeting today without wishing you a very happy new year and all my blessing, my wishes to you guys.
Que 2026 ce soit pour chacun de nous une année de croissance et une année d'impact.
May 2026 be a very growth a year for all of us and a really impactful year for all of us here.
Merci. Alors, pour revenir au thème du jour, le thème est intitulé Du bilan au plan.
To start the topic of the meeting today is going to, we have to talk about
From assessment to planning.
the whole assessment and the planning of the new year.
Alors, pourquoi ce thème?
Why this topic?
La première des choses extrêmement importantes que je souhaite qu'on retienne tous, c'est que nous ne pouvons rien améliorer que nous n'avons mesuré d'abord auparavant.
The one thing that I want us to acknowledge again is we can't improve anything without to. Grand pareil, s'il vous plaît, vous pouvez continuer pour juste 2 minutes. Je vais vraiment le régler. Je reviens, s'il vous plaît.
Okay, I will try with my English because Lucy is a little bit disturbed by her son. So I say, why from assessment to plan? Because there's nothing you can improve if you have not taken time to evaluate, to measure. You understand me? If you want to do better, you have to know where you are going from. You have to know where you are. You understand me? So the first part of the training will be talking of the assessment. You understand me? And then the second part of the training will be about the planning. And while talking about assessment, I think it is the word that Susan used. Susan, evaluation. Thank you. I prefer evaluation. So talking about evaluation, the first part of the evaluation will be about your own health, your personal health. And please, as a distributor, we don't know how many quantity of gel do we consume, how many cc of product we consume ourselves, and all the product with details. It is something so important to know because it will also lead to a result. So you just don't consume for consuming, but you have to know what you are consuming and the quantity and the amount and the value in cc, please, because it is business. Most of the time, we just consume the product and that's all. We don't even take time to make the evaluation of the product we are using. How are they affecting our health in terms of quality of sleep, you understand me, vitality, energy? All those things are so important to take into consideration. But we don't do that. That's why sometimes we see people that are consuming the product today and tomorrow they stop consuming because they have never taken time to appreciate and to know the using of the product, what it is giving them. You understand me? So it is very, very important. And you have to know how much you yourself, you are putting into it to consume the product. So it will be easy for you when you are talking to someone to be able to give example, and you will be able also to ask someone to buy the product easily because you yourself, you are making sacrifice and using them the way you have to. So it is important. It's not just a matter of we are using the product, but it's a matter of quantity, amount, and even CC of product. Because all those things are at the end in the result you are making at the end of the year. So if you don't know them, it is not good. Second thing, when we are talking about the evaluation of your health, you have to think of family, your spouse, you understand me, your children, your parents. How are these products helping them to have a better life, a better condition of living? It is important you know it. And if you know, every month I make the point I will say of the product I use myself, that my wife use, and the kids they use. Sometimes you will see us in millions of CFA. So important to know. Because when you know it, when you want to upgrade your result, you will know where you have to work. So know it. It puts you even into confidence, knowing that you are using very well the product and then you are in a better condition. It is important to know it. I know most of us as a distributor, we use the product, but we don't know the quantity and also the effect and also the amount and the CC we are using. It is important to know it. So every time you are taking out of your stock, take note. And at the end of every month, know what you use in CC, in this thing, in amount and everything. So very important to do that evaluation of your own health, your family one, and then the third one is your client. You have to know what you are selling. How many CC you sell every month. This business, we have to take it as an entrepreneur. So how many CC you are selling? Who are your top 10 clients? How do you do to get them to be with you so that you won't lose them? You understand? And who are the old clients, the new one you make during the year 2025? You have to know you need to make new clients. Maybe you lose some of them. It will happen. And then you are gaining some new clients and the new testimonies you are having from your client to know that, okay, when someone comes to you, you help them with the product, they get a result because it is those testimonies that will be the new one you will be sharing so that you can make sales easily. If you don't have it and you are just doing the business, looking only just for the CCs, it will make your business a little bit difficult.
I'm back.
So who are the older clients, the new one, the new testimonies you are having from clients? So you know that at the beginning of 2025, maybe I started with 5 clients. At the end of 2025, maybe I am having 10 clients. That means I gain 5 more clients. Sometimes you may lose some of them, and you have to know why you lose them. This is business, and you have to have control over everything, information. So how many new clients you make during the year so that you know if you are working well or not, if you are selling the product or not. You understand? And then who is your top 10 clients? And what are the gifts you are giving them? How are you taking care of them to maintain them? See the number we are doing the same business. Why will someone stay with you if they have nothing to gain with you? So it is very, very, very important for you to have the evaluation of your own health, the health of your family, and the health of your client, because it is part of the business. It is part of the CC that you are looking for to be able to succeed. Tu es de retour, tu peux être avec nous maintenant?
Je peux.
OK, sûr, hein?
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Alors,
so sorry, everyone.
OK,
When you're a mommy and entrepreneur, I'm so very sorry.
no problem.
We
Donc,
understand.
la
Now
deuxième partie du bilan parle du business maintenant.
If
Dis-le.
we're talking about, pardon, encore une fois, pardon.
La deuxième partie du bilan, j'avais parlé de la première partie du bilan, c'était la santé. La deuxième partie, c'est le businessman. Bilan
Okay,
business.
so we're now at the second part of our topic today, training today. So we're going to talk about now, the evaluation of the business.
Et ça commence par l'équipe que l'on a.
And that will start with the team that you have.
Les anciens comme les nouveaux.
The oldest team, team that you have, FBO, or even the newest one that you also have.
Et quand on parle de l'équipe, c'est aussi évaluer qui sont ceux qui sont là et qui consomment réellement parmi les figures.
And when we are talking about team, we are also talking about the evaluation of those that are there and what are they really consuming.
Parce que s'ils ne consomment pas, ils ne resteront pas, ils ne pourront pas performer.
Because if they're not using the product, they're not going to stay and they cannot even, grow the business.
Et donc, du coup, vous, en tant que partenaire, vous investissez votre temps dans des personnes, mais de manière inutile.
And us, like leaders, we are invest our valuable time into those people that is like a time that we're really wasting
Parce qu'ils ne consomment pas, justement.
because they're not using the product.
Et on sait que s'ils ne consomment pas, ils ne seront pas capables de vendre.
And we know that if they're not using the product, there's no way that they can sell the product.
Et s'ils ne vendent pas pour gagner de l'argent, ils ne resteront pas.
And if they don't sell the product or recommend the product to anyone, they will not make money and they will not stay.
Donc, dans l'évaluation de son business, on commence d'abord par son équipe et on évalue est-ce que les anciens FBO avec qui j'ai commencé l'année sont toujours là? Combien de nouveaux FBO j'ai reçus au cours de l'année pour savoir avec quelle équipe je suis?
So for all this, you have to make sure that your team, the team that you have, they've been using the product. The oldest, like the newest, they're using the product. You have to evaluate what they're really using, like a product, so that they can be able to make money and stay for you to have a strong team.
C'est dommage, normalement, c'est quand nous parrainons quelqu'un que nous prenons cette disposition dans les 3 premiers mois à accompagner les gens, à avoir des rendez-vous mensuels avec eux pour évaluer leur consommation. Malheureusement, en tant que FBO, c'est quelque chose que nous ne faisons pas souvent parce que dès qu'on a fini de parrainer, ce que nous recherchons, c'est qui le prochain que nous allons parrainer. Le travail qu'il y a à faire avec celui que nous venons de parrainer, souvent, nous ne voulons pas nous donner cette peine-là.
Let's take it this way. If you sponsor someone, it's our duty on the first 3 months, you have a goal that you already set for that person that, okay, I have to help the person. I have to help, you have to help your FBO. It's just like how you have a new baby. Your mother have a new baby, how you can take care of that baby before you can even get up. But unfortunately, right after we sponsor the new FBO, we don't really continue to do exactly what we have to do to have them maintain them in the business.
Merci beaucoup. Alors, donc, évaluation de l'équipe, donc, pour la partie bilan. Et maintenant, les activités qu'on a menées. Combien de BOM qu'on a fait, combien de lancements produits on a fait, combien de formations on a animées soi-même, qu'on a reçues. C'est extrêmement important de les connaître.
Now it's very important once you do that. Now, what are, if you have to do training, how many training are you doing? How many presentation are you doing? And how many, like, if you have to have a one-on-one business training with someone or prospecting, how many times are you doing that, in the day or even in a month? That's the sum of all those that can make you have a really strong team.
Donc, une chose est d'évaluer l'équipe, mais une chose est d'évaluer, donc de faire l'évaluation aussi des activités, combien de présentations j'ai eu à faire au cours de l'année, en termes de combien de lancements produits j'ai eu à faire, combien de formations moi-même j'ai suivies, à combien d'événements j'ai participé, combien de formations j'ai donné à mon groupe. Tout ça a besoin d'être connu parce qu'au final, là, le résultat que nous avons en termes de CC provient de toutes ces choses-là.
Okay, so if we want to talk about evaluation of the business, we have to talk about how many training am I really attending? Personally, what are the training am I attending? The event, what are the business event, the forever business event am I attending? What are the training am I giving my team? What are the prospection? How many contact are you making with those? Because at the end of the day, all the CC will come from all those activity, all the training, all that you're doing. All your CC is coming from there. So it's very important that we evaluate all those as well with our team.
Je tiens à ces choses-là et j'insiste là-dessus parce que ça me fait 21 ans dans ce business et j'ai vu tellement de choses. Quand tu demandes à un filleul le bilan de son activité, tout ce qu'il va te dire, c'est qu'il a fait tel nombre de CC. Mais ces
I'm
nombres de
very
CC-là proviennent justement d'un certain nombre de facteurs qu'il faut mesurer pour pouvoir mieux apprécier ces CC.
Yeah, I'm really holding on this thing and repeating them over and over because it's been 21 years since I've been with Forever. And I know for really sure that certain that if you did well, like attending meeting, training, everything that we just list, there's not a doubt that you won't get a CC that will come from there. Because that's why it's very important point for me to have you guys holding on that very tight.
J'insiste aussi parce que je suis membre de conseil d'administration d'autres entreprises et je vois à quel point un bilan d'activité est si important dans les autres secteurs, mais on a du mal, nous, en tant que partenaires Forever, qui avons pourtant un business gigantissime, de pouvoir regarder notre business avec la manière dont les autres prennent du temps pour évaluer leur business.
I'm still holding on this, really holding on this because I'm also a member from other company, other consulting company, and I know that every year, if they have to evaluate the year, how they really hold on those guidelines that will make the business to prosper. But unfortunately, in Forever, we just take it as a granted, at the fact that we don't really care. We don't really hold these very important to say that, oh, these and these guidelines, these points can really help our business to grow.
Merci beaucoup. Troisième aspect du bilan, ce sont les finances.
The third part of the evaluation is the finances.
Là, nous sommes très forts. Très
There
vite,
we
nous arrivons à
really
calculer combien nous avons gagné.
we're really good at that and how to calculate how much we make.
Mais souvent, on ne prend pas la peine de dire combien j'ai investi là-dedans aussi, puisqu'il s'agit d'un business.
Yeah, but the one thing is we don't take time to really, evaluate how much did we invest in term of business. We don't take time to do that.
Même quand on investit, c'est qu'on ne prend même pas la peine de faire un point pour savoir combien exactement j'ai investi dans mon activité cette année.
Even though if we invest in the activity, we don't really, mark those down or take time to say exactly this is the amount that I invest in my business this year.
Parce que la vérité, c'est qu'il y a un rapport entre ce que tu as investi et ce que tu es en train de récolter.
Because truly to tell, there is a connection between what you earn and also where you invest in your business.
Donc, du coup, si j'arrive à savoir ce que j'ai investi, ce que ça m'a rapporté, je peux savoir si en faisant des efforts en termes d'investissement en plus, est-ce que je n'aurai pas un meilleur résultat pour améliorer mes résultats?
So with that saying, I will have to know that, okay, if if I have to make more, like what I make, my annual income, what I make, but if I know how much I really invest to get to that point, if I have to invest more to get more, so I will know that exactly, oh, I really have to invest more to make more the year.
On ne pourra pas parler de tous les détails ici, parce que quand je parle même d'investissement, il y a l'investissement en temps qui est aussi important. Mais je passe sur ces choses-là parce que je sais que je suis avec des personnes intelligentes ici qui comprennent leur business et qui savent que ces choses-là sont aussi importantes.
We cannot talk about all the little details here today because I know that I'm in front of a great leaders that know, really know for the beginning of the invest in your business is something that's really, really, really important, critical to have your business grow.
Et qu'il faut investir du temps.
And you have to invest in time. When it's right to do it, you have to do it.
Une des choses que j'ai remarqué aussi, c'est que les distributeurs n'étudient pas la rentabilité de leur business.
One thing that I also notice is us as the FBO, we don't really take time to study what are the earning of our business. What are we really making in the business?
Parce que le tout n'est pas de gagner de l'argent, mais combien j'en ai gardé, combien j'ai épargné, combien j'ai mis de côté, est aussi une chose extrêmement importante.
No, because the point is, it's not just like, okay, I'm doing the business, but it has to be what is my annual income? How much do my savings? How much also do I invest? Those are the things that we have to really hold on and to make sure that, okay, we are growing a great business.
Nous sommes au début d'une année et si quelqu'un ici, parmi les leaders présents, n'a pas encore pris le temps de faire un bon bilan, c'est encore possible. Et le bilan, c'est quelque chose, c'est pas juste quelque chose en l'air. Même si on n'avait pas pris note tout au long de l'année dernière, le moment est venu pour qu'on puisse évaluer, estimer, imaginer pour avoir des chiffres devant chaque paramètre.
Here we are, we're still at the beginning of the year. If we have a leaders here that hasn't take time yet to evaluate the year that, the ongoing year to know what is going to be my investment, what am I going to make, what I wanted to save, you still have time to go through all that.
Et de prendre la peine de faire ce travail parce que ça change complet, ça vous donne d'abord une meilleure connaissance et une meilleure compréhension de votre business.
Truly, you need to take time, really take time, make time out to do this, homework, because it's going to change the whole aspect of your business if you want to have a really, successful year.
Ce que je demande même souvent à mes distributeurs et aux partenaires avec lesquels je travaille, c'est je leur demande d'aller faire une retraite de 2 jours, quelque part dans le silence, seul, pour regarder leur année, ce que ça a été, et voir comment pouvoir, à partir de là, se projeter pour l'année qui vient.
One
Donc,
thing I even asked my leaders to do because this is so important, special that I even asked them if you can have 2 days to have a 2 day retreat, go somewhere just by yourself and think of your business, what you really want. What is the image that you want for your business? You have to do it. If you really want to have a great business a year, you really need to do it.
je nous souhaite à tous, autant que nous sommes, la capacité d'un bon plan et nous verrons que d'un bon bilan et nous verrons que le plan découle naturellement du bilan.
I'm really wishing that we can really take time to do this evaluation, because at the end of the day, we will see that this will really just make sense, and it will be like a kind of a puzzle that will help your business to grow naturally.
Alors maintenant, nous allons parler du plan, la deuxième partie de mon intervention. Je vais aller très vite parce qu'on n'a pas beaucoup de temps. Donc, on va parler
We're
maintenant du
going to
plan.
take talking about the planning, and which is the last part of my training today because we don't have much time.
Et je mets la main sur le cœur pour demander à tout un chacun de faire minimum un plan de 3 ans.
And then for this, I'm really putting my hand at heart to tell you guys that please make at least a minimum of planning, 3 years planning for you.
Pourquoi je dis ça? Parce que en 21 ans, j'ai vu des distributeurs qui ne font que, ils sont là depuis 10 ans, hein, mais ils ne sont que dans un cycle annuel qu'ils répètent, qu'ils répètent et qu'ils répètent sans cesse.
Why am I saying this? Because it's very important. I just want to go back a little because he said make a 3-year plan for where you want to be in this business. It's very important that because being in this business for 21 years, I saw that every year leaders that has been in this business for so long, they just keeping repeating, you know, what they've been doing a year by year because they don't have any plan and they don't know where they're really going.
Je vais essayer de dire ça en anglais. Hein.
Okay.
They are in the business for the last 10 years, but they are just there for 1 year and they are repeating in 1 year. It is not 10 years business they've done. It is only 1 year business that they are doing each year. Donc c'est le point important, ça. Le secret, il est là. D'être capable de construire dans la durée et dans le temps.
So this is a very important point right there because your success is relying on that. It's right there. So that's what I really want you guys to really pay attention to that. If you doesn't have a plan yet, this 3-year plan is something that you want to consider. Yeah.
Pourquoi je dis ça et que j'insiste là-dessus? Parce que je sais que nous sommes au Nigeria et qu'au Nigeria, on veut avoir tout vite et rapidement. Oui, il faut le dire ça.
So why am I saying this? Because I know that we're in Nigeria, and in Nigeria, we want to have it fast and right now, right there.
Donc, je les invite à une stratégie des objectifs progressifs.
So I'm really invite you guys to have a goal, a really realistic goal, that will be something that will that you have to do step by step. Yeah.
Je donne un exemple. Quelqu'un a
I'll give you an
fini
example.
l'année peut-être autour de, je dis n'importe quoi, 300 cc. Il a fait du 1er janvier au 31 décembre 2025 300 cc.
Someone from December, from January to December 31st have just realized 300 cc.
In 2025. Hein?
In 2025, yes. This is just an example, you know, a random example.
Et qu'il se décide que pour 2026, il veut faire 2500 cc.
And then that person, that the same FBO just decided that, okay, for this year, 2026, I'm going to go for 2500 cc.
2500 cc.
Yeah, 2500 cc, yeah.
C'est réalisable, c'est faisable, mais c'est encore plus intelligent d'y aller progressivement. L'année peut me prouver de pousser mes objectifs plus loin, mais c'est encore plus raisonnable de trouver quelque chose qui est raisonnable que de pousser la barre trop loin et au final, ou à la limite, je l'atteins, mais je n'ai construit aucun réseau.
Okay, it's doable. It might be doable, but it's not realistic for you to do like a 300 cc last year and this year you want to go just 2500. You want it to be, you know, true to yourself, be realistic and take it one step at a time so that you can be able to make that happen.
J'aurais encore préféré que celui-là dise peut-être qu'il veut faire 1500, qui n'est même pas si simple à faire, que de viser aussi haut. Maintenant, si au cours de l'année, quand il a fixé l'objectif des 1500, il trouve que les choses vont vite et qu'il veut pousser la barre un peu plus loin, d'accord.
I would rather like that FBO can set the bar to, okay, I want to go for 1500 cc. And if during the year he see that, oh, okay, this is going well. Now I can push it to 25 cc instead of just say, okay, from 300 cc, I'm jumping to 2500 cc right away. And if you get stuck on the way, then you just like get, you know, discouraged and then it will just affect your business.
Forever propose des challenges sur 1 an, mais nous
Forever,
devons avoir un plan de développement de notre propre business.
okay, Forever, we have like a 1 year, you know, the planner is a 1 year planning a challenge that Forever have for every and each of us, but we have to have our personal, you know, development, personal, how we can personally crack that up so that we can achieve the goal.
Donc, avoir notre plan de développement de notre activité de manière personnelle, compte tenu des contraintes que nous-mêmes nous avons et que nous connaissons, qui peuvent être des contraintes de famille, contraintes d'enfants, d'études, de parents et autres.
Because we do have our reality. Everybody have their own reality, their everyday life, their family life, their finances. Because you want to be true to yourself. If you are forever, in fact, forever have the challenge on 1 year. Say, okay, this is challenge of 1 year. You have to do this to be here, to go to global rally or to go to this. But we have to stay true to ourselves according to what we are facing every day in our everyday life, our family life, our finances, work, everything. So we have to have our plan accordingly. That okay, so due to what I have like a plan, this is what I have to do to achieve this goal.
Alors, Forever, par exemple, nous demande 1500 cc pour le Global Rally. On peut dire, si tu fais les 1500, tu as fait 100% de l'objectif. Mais quelqu'un peut avoir fait 500 cc et les 500 cc sont pour lui, c'est 100% à lui.
Okay, Forever is asking us to make 1500 cc to be a global rally, which is the 100% if you do it. But someone can just go and do 500 cc, and those 500 cc is just that the cc that he realized his own cc that he did annually.
Donc, ce que quelqu'un va considérer comme 30%, puisque le tiers de 1500, ça fait 500, quelqu'un d'autre peut le considérer comme son 100% à lui, parce que c'est ce qu'il s'est fixé et il sait qu'il veut construire ça. Et l'année qui vient, il bâtit au-dessus de ça pour atteindre les 1500.
The percentage that someone can, consider like 100% for himself, someone else is, considered like that, like a 30% of, his goals that he's having. And then he'll be like, okay, this is the goal I have. So next year I have to build on top of that and build on it so that I can achieve the goal that I want to have at the end of the year.
Parce que mon constat, hein, j'ai plus de 900 managers derrière moi. Vas-y, s'il te plaît.
I have more than 900 managers, in my team in my downline.
Et mon constat est que le business n'est pas compris.
And what I notice is that the business people did not understand this business yet. We don't get it
On
yet.
ne, on ne fonctionne pas comme un entrepreneur.
We're not acting like entrepreneur.
Et c'est important ce soir que ça puisse changer.
And it's very important that tonight that we should change this.
Parce que, en réalité, quand vous voyez les distributeurs agir, ils font comme si le business est une question de chance.
Because in the reality, if we saw our the FBOs, we act like the business is just by luck.
Or, il y a une dimension, une démarche scientifique et des techniques claires qui permettent de faire du résultat.
Or that we have beside that we do have there is a whole of work, scientific work. We have a technical work that we have to do so that we can know that okay, we're truly doing the business.
Parce que la vérité, c'est que le business demande du temps et des efforts constants et réguliers.
In reality, this business we need time, we need consistency to make a business.
Donc, pour revenir au plan, ça c'était vraiment l'introduction du plan. Je ne sais pas, mais pour moi, c'est un aspect tellement important parce que quand on ne sait pas comprendre ces bases-là, d'abord, on ne fait pas un plan lié à son bilan, on fait un plan juste comme une rêverie. Or, ce n'est pas de ça qu'il s'agit.
This is just the introduction of this plan. So before we come to the plan, because it's very important that we have to know ahead of time that, okay, this is what it has to be before we go, in deep down in the plan now.
Donc, le premier aspect du plan, ce sont les objectifs.
The first aspect of this plan is our goals.
Et ça doit partir du bilan qu'on a établi.
And that will go from the evaluation that we already have set up.
S'il y a des financiers qui sont dans la classe, dans la salle, ils savent comment est-ce qu'on fait un budget pour l'année qui vient, on part du bilan de l'année précédente, de ce qu'on a, on sait qu'on a obtenu à l'atterrissage et on sait qu'à partir de là, quelles sont les projections que l'on se donne en termes de croissance, si c'est 5%, si c'est 10%, et on sait.
I know that we have a financial agent here. We have a financial consult here that know exactly what I'm going. They know exactly what I want to say. Because if you start a new year, you know that you have to have a plan. You have to have your roadmap that, okay, here is what I'm going. Here is what I have to do. It's something that's very critical. It's important that if you fail it, you fail the whole year.
Donc, la première chose, ce sont les objectifs. La deuxième chose dans le plan, c'est l'équipe.
The first thing, like I say, is the goals. And the second thing in the plan, the second point is the team.
Parce que pour aller pour n'importe quel challenge, il faut que j'ai la structure du challenge.
Before you go for any challenge, you need to have the structure of that challenge.
Il faut avoir la structure, c'est-à-dire l'équipe qui permet de compétir.
When I mean a structure is the team that you need to have before you can go for the challenge. It's very important.
Et souvent, on a tendance à oublier ça.
And most of the time, it's just something that we forget.
C'est ça. Donc, si je n'ai pas d'équipe, ma priorité tout de suite, peut-être pour le premier trimestre de cette année, c'est un recrutement massif.
So if I don't have a team, my top first priority this year, the beginning of this year, is just like recruiting, and recruiting again, maximum of recruiting. That's what I have to be doing.
Mais quelqu'un peut avoir peut-être une équipe et son problème, c'est la rétention.
And someone can already have a team in place, but his problem will be just the retention. How can I maintain that team?
Donc, cette notion-là, sur lesquelles Forever insiste dans les 4 corps-là, c'est des choses extrêmement importantes à maîtriser. Et FLP 360 est là comme un outil tellement merveilleux pour nous donner tous les détails concernant notre équipe, où est notre niveau de rétention, notre niveau de recrutement, notre niveau de productivité, notre niveau de développement.
So these things are something that is very important. We can see that in the 4 core. If you don't know what is a 4 core, that's why I would really suggest everyone here that you should have. If you're a forever business owner, you should have the FLP 360 is a great tools that can help us to see, okay, here is where I have to recruit the recruit that you have, how you can retain them, and also how you can develop that team, and also in order for you to have a great productivity. So it's a great team, it's a great tools that I'm really sending everybody to go out and then get that tool so that you can have your business handy.
Alors, troisième aspect du plan, ce sont les activités.
Third point of today is going to be, the
Bien sûr,
activities.
oui, concernant le plan, hein, troisième point sur le plan.
Yeah,
Ce sont les
our evaluation today. So the third point is the activities. What are you really doing?
Parce que quand j'ai fixé des objectifs, quand j'ai regardé mon équipe, maintenant, quelles sont les activités que je mène pour obtenir le résultat que je souhaite?
When I have my goal set, when I have my team now, what are, all the activity that I have to do so that I can make all those goals to achieve them.
Donc, on connaît, hein, c'est les BOM, c'est les boutiques à domicile, c'est les formations, c'est les séminaires.
So we do know what are the activities is in if you are FBO. Though has going to be the presentation, one-on-one at home, like if you want to launch a product or have a team training, all those activities that we can do to grow our business, those are what I was just talking about.
Même des sorties récréatives avec son groupe. Hein.
Okay, and one thing is very important. You need to, have a team, like you have to have
Socialize.
what can I say this in a good way?
Go out and play with your team.
You need to go out or have a retreat. Yes, have a good retreat with your whole team. It's something that is very important.
Et les voyages aussi de Forever.
And also the events, the trip of Forever is very important that you go in teams.
je voudrais encore insister sur le lien que si j'avais mesuré les activités de l'année dernière, de 2025, et que je vois les résultats que ça a produit, je sais quelle quantité d'activités je dois faire en 2026 pour que le résultat s'améliore.
Okay, and then I also really want to insist on the fact that if I see or I evaluate my result from the last year, and if I want to compare them or want to know exactly what I want to be this year, it's very important that I have to know what are the activities that I have to do so that I can have a great result the ongoing year.
Le quatrième point dans le plan, ce sont les finances.
The fourth point today is going to be again the finances.
Le fourth point in the plan, hein,
In the plan, the fourth point in the plan.
de finances. On revient encore à la case de départ. Qu'est-ce que j'y mets pour pouvoir récolter quoi?
And we're going back again at the first step where we start off today. What did I put in to get what out?
C'est ça. Parce qu'il faut décider du niveau de revenu que l'on veut gagner et savoir qu'est-ce qu'on investit en retour pour pouvoir récolter ça.
Because we really have to decide of what we like our income so that we can put in place what are the work that we have to do to make that happen. It's very, very important that we decide ahead.
Alors, quand on a un plan pareil, ce qui reste à faire, c'est une évaluation mensuelle et trimestrielle tout le temps jusqu'à la fin de l'année. Il faut s'arrêter tous les mois, regarder qu'est-ce qu'on a prévu faire, où est-ce qu'on en est et est-ce que ça marche, ça ne marche pas et les réglages qu'il faut faire.
So if it's like that, what you have to do to achieve that goal is you have to evaluate every week, every month, every trimester, during the whole year. You have to be in the evaluation. You have to evaluate what are the results, my team results, work closely with them so that you can be able to achieve that goal.
Alors, donc quand ça là c'est bien fait, le problème ne se pose pas. Et je voudrais donner peut-être un exemple pour finir.
If it's well done, so you won't have any problem. And I'm going to give an example to end this today.
J'ai fait le chairman bonus, j'ai démarré en 2004 et j'ai fait le chairman bonus niveau 2 la première fois en 2009.
Okay, I did the chairman bonus the first time in 20.
Chairman bonus level 2 en
Chairman
2009.
bonus.
Tu ne suis pas, Lucie. J'ai
Well,
démarré en 2004.
okay, I started in 24.
24.
2004,
Yes.
204. Yeah, 2004 I started, and then I did my first chairman bonus in 209.
And level 2.
Level 2.
Et pour pouvoir parvenir à ça, j'ai mis 3 ans à travailler.
Wow. And to get to that point, it took me 3 years to
J'ai mis
work.
une première année où j'ai produit des managers et en quantité.
I took with the very first year to qualify the managers, and I mean
Qualify
a
many,
lot,
many managers.
like a lot, and many managers for the very first year.
Et parmi ces managers, j'ai identifié ceux qui ont des habiletés, qui ont une bonne équipe et tout. Et j'ai travaillé avec eux l'année qui a suivi pour qu'ils puissent faire le Forever to Drive. Et pendant qu'ils étaient en train de faire le Forever to Drive, ils qualifiaient sous eux leur premier manager.
Wow. So for that, in those managers, I did identify some managers that will be able to also do the Forever to Drive right away, and then in order for them to qualify also downline managers.
Et c'est quand j'ai pris, donc, première année, les managers. Deuxième année, ils ont fait le Forever to Drive. Troisième année, j'ai créé une équipe Chairman Bonus.
And of course, the first year when I produced like a lot of managers, the second year is going to be for Forever to Drive. And the third year is really for a team for Forever to Drive. Oh, the chairman bonus.
Et c'est comme ça que ça a été construit sur 3 ans. Donc, c'est la troisième année où j'ai dit maintenant, tous ces gars-là, on part pour la compétition pour que chacun puisse se qualifier Chairman Bonus.
And that's why, because it was like I say, it was something that I did on 3 years. So that's at that point that I'm like, okay, guys, we're ready. Let's go for this challenge. And that's what we were able to, for the first time when I want to get like my chairman bonus, I went for level 2 right away.
Et là, j'ai repris le même travail et je suis au niveau 2 depuis 3 ans.
And I just stick on that, the same plan, and I was on level 2 for 2 years.
3 years. Mais
For
là,
3 years, sorry.
et là, je travaille maintenant pour préparer le niveau 3.
And now I'm really working on to get to the level 3.
Parce qu'il n'y a rien de plus désastreux que d'être à un niveau et après de faire la chute.
Because there's nothing really worse for you to be a certain level and then for you to keep going, now you just keep going down.
Donc, ce que je nous invite à prendre en compte, c'est cette capacité de planifier minimum au moins sur 3 ans.
That's what I'm really inviting everyone here to have at least, to have that kind of capacity to be able to plan something on 3 years. It's very important to plan on 3 years.
Dès que j'ai fait le niveau 2, je pouvais être en train de courir pour dire que je vais faire le niveau 3. Mais je connaissais comment est l'équipe, comment est-ce que j'ai obtenu le niveau 2 et il fallait consolider ces résultats-là.
Once I did the level 2, and I want to go for level 3, I already know what the team that I have. I already know the team, their capacity, what they can be able to do before I will go to level 3.
Pour aller au niveau 3, il faut encore préparer des gens à arriver au niveau 1.
And to go to level 3, you still have to train people, train some FBO, train managers to get to level 1.
Et ça demande du travail, et ça demande de l'attention, et ça demande des sacrifices.
And that really requires a lot of work. It requires a lot of attention, especially, and also a lot of sacrifices.
Donc, je nous souhaite à tous de pouvoir entrer véritablement dans un bon plan, un bon bilan pour obtenir un bon plan, mais un plan au moins sur les 3 ans à venir pour que si aujourd'hui je ne suis pas qualifié pour Dubaï, que je commence par me préparer, même si ce n'est pas pour Hong Kong, pour au moins ce qui se passera après Hong Kong.
That's why, again, one more time, I'm inviting everyone to stick to a plan, to have a 3-year plan. If, for example, like you haven't been able to qualify for Dubai today, you can plan to qualify for Hong Kong.
After Hong Kong.
Or after Hong Kong, what is coming up after Hong Kong? We have a ego manager that will be announced really soon.
Pour qu'une fois arrivé à ce niveau-là, je puisse rester là.
So that once you get to that level, you should stay there. You shouldn't, come down. Either you want to go up or you just you stay there.
Mais cela n'est possible que parce que je considère ce que je fais maintenant comme une fondation.
That is only possible if you really consider what you're doing now as a great foundation.
Donc, ce qu'il y a à faire, c'est de construire avec intention.
What we have a point to do now is to build with intention.
C'est ça, et de savoir que ce que je fais maintenant est fait pour demeurer et non juste une course contre le vent.
And to know that what I'm doing now is I'm doing it to endure, to stay, not just to do it to have a one-time result.
Moi aussi, j'ai pris par là, hein, j'ai appris à mes dépens qu'il vaut mieux travailler comme ça et ne même pas prendre le temps de se comparer à qui que ce soit.
To be honest with you, I was also there. I did all that before. And before I realized that, I have to have a plan. I have to plan this at least in 3 years, so that I can have a, consistent result. And also one thing is very important. You don't want to compare yourself to anyone.
Je vois des gens au GLT aujourd'hui, ça ne m'impressionne pas parce que je sais quand est-ce que j'y serai.
I see a lot of people in GLT today. It doesn't really impress me because I know that what I'm gonna do to get there.
Donc, je nous invite, nous tous, hein, à retenir une chose, Forever est une belle activité.
I just want to invite each and every one of us to return just one thing that forever is a great, great, great business.
C'est une entreprise qui change des millions de vies chaque jour.
It's a company that changed a million of life every day.
Et si j'ai un appel ce soir pour chacun de nous ici présents,
If I have a call for anyone here today,
c'est de laisser Forever changer sa propre vie.
is to just let forever change your own life.
De faire confiance à Forever.
Please just trust the process, believe in forever.
Depuis 47 ans, ils sont là et ils ont tenu promesse.
And it's been since 47 years, they're still there and they're still, keep they're still being faithful to us and they're still there.
Une vérité, s'il y a un désir qui enflamme votre cœur par rapport à cette opportunité,
One thing is if you have a great desire, a delightful desire, that really, being so helpful for you today,
sachez que Dieu est en harmonie et en accord avec ça.
if that is just for forever, you need to know that God is in one, how can I say this? Grandparent.
God agree with your desire.
Just know that God God is or like working with this system or is he's really agree, to our desire with for forever.
Ce qu'il nous reste, c'est apprendre à l'écouter.
The only thing that we just need to do is just, wait and listen, really listen.
Et vraiment que Dieu nous bénisse, nous tous, et bénisse 2026 pour nous.
May God bless us all and may God bless 2026 for us.
Alors, je voudrais encore à nouveau dire merci à Suzanne et à Victoria et à tous les leaders et les grands amis du Nigeria qui sont là ce soir.
And then once again, I want to say thank you to Manager Suzanne, Leader Victoria, and each and everyone that has been here today in Nigeria.
Nous n'avons fait qu'effleurer le sujet. Il y a encore beaucoup à dire, mais je sais quand on parle à des gens intelligents, on ne parle pas beaucoup.
Okay, today what we just did here today, we only just make a little touch up. We just touch the subject just a little because I didn't want to go too deep because I know that I'm dealing with, people that know what they're really doing here today. I'm dealing with the smart leaders here today.
Et que quand on parle à des gens intelligents, on ne parle pas beaucoup.
And if you are talking to a smart people, you don't talk too much.
Donc, je nous prie de prendre le peu que nous avons fait en considération, de creuser le sujet, d'établir un plan, un bilan de 2025, afin que de ce bilan naisse naturellement un plan pour 2026.
And with that saying, I just want you to take the few that I give you today, and with that, you can have your plan. You can have your yearly planification. You can evaluate your year so that you can have a great result this 2026 and beyond.
Merci et que Dieu vous bénisse.
Thank you so very much, and may God bless you.
Wow, 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 wow. Please, let's give it up. I don't, as I'm sitting down here, I'm shaking, shaking. Thank you so much. Thank you. You blew our mind from the valuation to the planning. For me, the valuation was an eye opener. Talking about evaluating what the product you use, the product your family use, the product your team members use, because we have a lot of team members. We are running after them. Go and recruit. Go and recruit. Go and recruit. You said something that if your team members are not using product, there's no way they can sell the product, and there's no way they can recruit. So that caught me. That actually sent a message to me. So the first thing first is to just build that foundation that we have. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lucia. Thank you. God bless you. And I don't know. We'll open up. If you mind, we can please open up for questions so that people can ask you questions, because we're really blessed to have you. And then we want to know the way forward, maybe solutions, your advice, what you advise, what we can do, to take our business. We've got the foundation, the evaluation. I've never ever thought of forever like that. I'm 13 years in the business. I've never ever thought of evaluating what I use. I just use, and that's it. At the end of the month, I don't even know the CCs that I use, or the CC that my husband used, or the CC that the children use. And you put it all together, and then the CC that the team use, which is something that cuts me. So thank you so much, Mr. Raoul.
Yes.
I don't know. Can we thank you to Licia? God bless you. I know your hand is full. You still had the time.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you
you.
everyone too. And then
Thank you.
again,
That's the
I just wanna
beautiful thing.
apologize again,
No, you don't have to apologize.
I have everything in place for him to be busy so that I can focus on this.
No, you don't
But
have to. It's
I
an
didn't do it great
inspiration.
today. But the training that we have today, honestly, sometime grandparent Raul, he'll be like, Lucy, you're not following. The thing is, it's just like I'm consuming the training that he's
Yeah,
giving.
yeah.
I'm not consuming it. I'm not being able to have
So,
you guys.
so you
Things
are
that he
taking it
said here
in.
today, I never, a lot of things he said here today, I never heard it before.
I'm telling you, I'm shaking
So
the way
I'm
in the
just
room.
surprised. I'm
Yeah.
just like, I'm in there because sometimes you sit down, I'll be like, oh, wow. And I forgot what I had to say.
Yeah. You said something about, not doing forever as luck. Like
Wow.
some people
Yeah.
just think that, oh,
Mm.
look, I have to be lucky. I have to be lucky, like that.
Yeah.
And then you said
It's not
evaluate
luck.
your team results, have a retreat with them. And then you also said about your team have to have a structure, goal map. You have to evaluate, have a goal map, 2 years plan, 2 years plan, invest in your savings and your finances too. What are you investing? What do you get? And then your finance, what you are earning. These are all the things that we don't really do. Like we know about big companies, like you said, big companies, when they start a year, they have to evaluate their 2025. What did we do? What money did we get? What did we put in? Like that. But we just feel that forever, okay, it's there. And then we jump in, and then before we know it, we are hitting the wall, and we are going back. So it's an eye opener for me, and I just want to say thank you. And you also said something about the four core. A lot of us have, like the four core go there, and then you said something about trainings. Like when you evaluate your personal thing, you talk about trainings. Evaluating how many trainings do you attend and everything. And you say we should plan realistically. I love that too. That yes, even if you can do 10,000 cc in a year, but start by what forever put, like you start by the 1,005. So most of us will want to go, okay, I want to go there, I want to go there. But before, even from even a little thing, also I want to have a big team. You just say, oh, I want to have 10 people in my team. Start from one. By the time you have one, you move to two, you move to three. So that's actually what. So if you have a plan, I want to go for global rally 1,005. If you are able to achieve 1,005, you can then make another plan to take you to 2,005. But not just saying you want to go to the other side. So our plan needs to be realistic. I love that. And then we should recruit if we don't have a team. And then what do I put in to get something out? A lot of us don't think about that. What do you put in? Don't do your business on luck. I wrote all these things. Be intentional about your business. Do it to stay. I love that too. Do it to stay, not to have a one-time result. And then you said something about trust your company. Trust is important. A lot of us don't even know what forever can do for us, and what forever can give us. And if you don't trust something, you won't go all out to make it happen. So those are
Okay.
some of the points. And I know some of the leaders here, wrote something down, and I will just let them to say something too that they want to say. Thank you so much, Lucia, and thank you, JL. I'm really blessed with this. So please, the floor is open up for questions. And maybe after the question, maybe you can just give us a little solution. You understand? Things are working for you. What are you doing right now that you think that we can do too to help us in all these areas? How you've been able to fix it, how you've been able to, to manage all these areas that you have pointed to us. So maybe you can tell us that later once the questions. So please, partners, we are open up to questions. You can ask your question. Let me see if I have anyone. If you can just unmute yourself or maybe ask me to unmute you. Let me see if I can unmute everybody.
Thank you, sis. Thank you so much.
Okay, Victoria, go over to you, Victoria.
Thank you so much, Mr. Angelo. We really appreciate you this evening. And then I just want to say that I want to ask you, like, when I know you had a very, at some point in your business, you had a hard time, and how were you able to navigate, or how were you able to rewrite your story to get to where you are today? So that's what I want to know. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Victoria. Nothing very special. I've done it before, so I know what it takes to do it. You understand me? There was a point when I came to Côte d'Ivoire, I was not recruiting at all. I think for almost 7 years, I was not really doing business. I have to be honest. You understand me? But thank God I was having results because the team that I built was still there. And I take the decision to come back fully into the business. And I know that I don't have a team, a non-manager team. I have managers team, but I don't have a non-manager team. So I take decision again to start doing presentation myself and inviting personally people that I know. And I can remember that year, I can remember, we are now in 2026. I think it should be 2021, something like that, if I can remember very well. Just after COVID. Yes, I think so, or 2022. And as I started doing presentation once in a month, and only one presentation, I think so, or twice. I can't remember very well. I have the data there, but I have to go back to them. And I recruited 16 new people. And what I realized that the real problem I was having is that the people that I was having was not consuming the product. So what I emphasized on was people to use the product. And with these 16 new people, I think I generate something of 200 something new CC. And I say, oh, this is a good experience. If I did this and I got that, that's why I'm telling you, you have to evaluate. How will I make much better what I've done the previous year in the new year? Because the people that were there, that with whom I generated the 200 plus CC, okay, how will I do the same experience and generate 300 and plus CC? So, because it was an experience. So I want now to do much better because I'm conscious of the results. You understand me? So the year that went, the year that followed, I repeated the same experience. And then the people that I sponsored the previous year, I was working with them and get the people that wanted to do business. Okay? And that's how I moved to something around 400 plus CC. And the third year, I was able to do again my 700 to be able to be, and then qualify for chairman bonus. My downline were doing chairman bonus by then, and even a level 2. I'm the one that trained them. But I was not in haste. I was not in a hurry. I was not running. I was not jealous. Because I don't have the structure to go for it. So I work the structure, and then since 3 years now, I'm doing level 2 with them. But I don't come for this year and say, that year I have to do the chairman bonus. No, forever is there for us. You understand? So it is really that. Because it is difficult if you are leaders and you understand what I'm saying. It is difficult for people even to understand this business. It takes time for people, even we who are in it since I don't know how many years, we are still struggling to understand very, very well and deeply the business. For how far about a newcomer? So you need to give them attention, to give them time. And it is one thing we distributor, we don't like it to do. Sit down with a downline, only one, and study a plan. Look at what is he missing in training. What do I need to give him to read, to listen, to do that? We want to do group meeting as we are doing now. But to sit down with a newcomer, like a new baby, like a mother, take care of a new, we don't like it. Even I myself, I'm conscious about it, but I don't like because it is as if it takes too much time. But that's how you build good people. You build the leaders. You understand me? Every time when I am talking with someone, it is to be looking at, are we together? Is he understanding what I'm saying? Can I put my trust in him? Is he a part of my team or not? I used to tell my downline, you know I am your sponsor, but I don't know if I am. If you are my downline. Because if we are not going the same direction, if you are not looking for the same thing, if you are not free so that I can help you, so what are we doing together? You consider me as a sponsor, but I can consider you as a downline. Because to be a downline with whom I can work, there are things you have to do. So, Victoria, I don't know if I have been able to answer you, but that is the real point. It is to take time to rebuild.
Thank you. You have just done justice to my question. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Victoria.
We're able to apply it, and you're going to see results this year. Don't worry. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Chooks is raising his hand. You can unmute yourself. I've asked Chooks. Okay.
Yes, sis.
Oh,
This
sis.
is Justina.
Oh,
Thank
Justina.
you.
Sorry,
Yes, sis. Thank you so much, Angelo. Thank you, our brother. Thank you so much. Yes, from even the way you replied, Victoria, you mentioned about presentation, that you are even doing just one presentation. But what resonates with me has to do with you being consistent. And you also mentioned decision. And you did not have, you said there was non-manager structure was your major problem. You had managers, but now you built that non-manager. You did that by doing what? You started, just like telling us, if you want to qualify for Global Rally, you start. We are not jealous about your managers, they were qualifying. You did what needs to be done. Now, just like a follow-up to Victoria's question, our major problem here is we're having issue with team members. We put so many, just like what you said, you concluded and said, if you are not the same alignment with your team members, then you are not the upline. That was what you said. The major problem we have is that you work with downline for some months, you mentor and mentor. At the end, the downline will tell you that he or she is not interested in the business. You just like today, let me take for instance, my downline, I find out that this lady has been inactive on the platform for close to 8 months. I've been sending her messages. Just today I said, yesterday, I said, checking on you and the family, how is work and business? Well, I've seen that you've been inactive for some months. I really want to encourage you to come back to the Forever Big family. And I want to know you're not being active on the platform. She now still giving the same excuse, which is not part of this, that for now, her hands are full. I want to ask that her hands are full to do the Forever business. She does not think she's going to put an attention or give an attention to the business. At that time, what should I do? These are not 1 out of 10, many downlines. At that time, do you remove the person from the platform? Because it's not aligned to my plan and my goal. So I will need your advice, Angelo, on this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We are having all the same problem, even I myself. So believe me, we have the same problem. The problem with me, that's the way I do it, is that I don't give you any chance to play with forever. If you don't, go your way and do whatever it is important for you. At the beginning of this year, before I started the training again on Monday, I removed a lot of people. You will not be attending if you don't come to training. Why do I keep you and sending you message? There's no need. You know what is important for you. I know what is important for me. Because when you do it that way, people respect you. Show them that it is not a matter of force. I'm not telling you to come and do forever for me. And that is one thing very important. Most of the time, we do a mistake. You know, we want to motivate them to a point that they thought that they are helping us. They are doing something for us, not for themselves. When you get to that level with a downline, you lose the downline. So sometimes you will take your phone, you will like to call someone, and you will say no. If you don't have a good reason. If you don't have something that you can say which is new, don't call them. Because if you call them, they'll always be thinking, and you will notice it. If you notice it, please. But you have also to pay attention not to get there with a downline, so that the downline will start thinking that you need him for you to grow in the business. We are Africans and we know ourselves, and we know that those things are so easy for people to think. So it is like a border, and you have to know whenever you will not step to this side and stay where you have to stay. It is his life, okay? If it is okay for him, it is okay for you. Just be looking carefully. You will find the one that are aligned with you and who want it. I told you, I have more than 900 managers, but believe me, how many of them do I consider as managers that I'm going with chairman bonus with? Not many of them. I think there are 12 that qualified this year. Last year it was 13, something like that. But I know who is who, because I don't have much time to dedicate to people that will waste my time. And most of the time, you know, as a sponsor, take time to listen to them. Most of the time, we talk a lot instead of taking time to listen. When you are really listening to them, you know who is who want to do the business, who is going to waste your time, who don't need, honestly speaking. And you know what happened is that sometimes when we are in haste, we are in hurry for result, you understand me? We put pressure, we put stress on our downline. That's why taking time to build also help us a lot. I don't know if I have been able to answer you a little bit.
Yes, you have. Thank you so much, Angelo.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Angelo. You are a true African. You are an African man, and you understand, you know, our people very well. And it's just so true. Like what I did this year, some people reached out to me and said that they were ready to do their business and all that, and I said, I don't want anybody to waste my time, because I haven't got that time. You really, because putting in time, training people, and then tomorrow the person goes here, there, and all that. It can be really, really demoralizing and draining rather. Yeah, that's the word. So I, told some of them, I'm going to write a guideline. I'm going to send to you, and you have to give me your 110%. That's what I want. And if you know that you can't give me that 110%, don't worry about it, because I haven't got that much time, So, Justina, maybe you should do that, and you have to get their own commitment as well. So that's basically what I did. And I pray it works out.
It's a good idea, but I wanted also to suggest something to each one of us, is that work with people that motivate and who want to work. Even if it's only one downline you have, give the 100% attention to that only one, and forget about the 101, believe me. Because it keeps your own motivation when you are working with someone that is motivated. And while working with someone that has the motivation, we find another one. Most of the time, we just be running after the one that are not really for the business. You understand me? And we get ourselves demotivated. Sometimes we just think that it is many to do a chairman bonus. How many chairman bonus level 1? Okay. If you want to achieve your 700, how many downline do you really need? Maximum 2 or 3 that wanted to work for the year, and you will do your 700. So if it's only one you have, to keep your own motivation, be working with that only one. When you are motivated yourself because you have a good downline you are working with, you will find another one very, very easily. But most of the time, you know what we do? Victoria is motivated. Victoria wanted the result. As I know that Victoria is already motivated, I'm running after Susan to motivate Susan. And I forget Victoria. I don't work with Victoria, because I see that Victoria is okay. And then I forget about Victoria running after Susan. And finally, what happened? Victoria is not seeing me. She will also get demotivated. She will not be doing the business, and I lose both. Because if it is only one person, do you know what it gives you to have one good distributor behind you? Suppose that who is a diamond manager. It got to a point that my team generate 6 million CFA. I don't know how much it is in Naira and in dollar, 6 million every month for my sponsor. If you have only one that wanted to do. So if you get one that understands what you are saying and who wants it, and you can work with, please take care of that. But most of the time, we don't do that. We are looking for the second one, the third one. It will come. But the one you have now, take care of that life and develop it. Victoria, I don't know if I've been able to help with what I said.
Very well, very well.
That's
Thank
that's
you.
really yes, it really helps because that's like what you said is really true. Like you're working with somebody, and then instead of you to stay put, you are looking for another one. Before you know, everybody is is down and you're no more. So and I can also attest to what you say, like having one line that is really working. I remember that a time some years ago that I just had just one line that is working. I was still making a lot of money. I was still able to qualify for trend. So we really have to go back to not trying to pack everybody, and then
Thank you.
now at the end we lose it all. So is a eye opener for me too. I think that's what I have been doing for a couple of years now. I have not been seeing results. Trying to carry everybody around, want to wake dead people that are already there, want to wake them up. So if we just one person that we see, and even if we don't have anybody, good, we'll go and look for that one person outside that will motivate us. Because a lot of times we are drained. We are working. We don't have results, and at the end of the year, nothing comes. So thank you so much. Is there any other question? Time is gone. We said we're going to what time is it? So time is gone. We've gone far at time, 1.5 hours.
Dr. Clement opened his mic. We will be
Okay, doctor, please, can you say something? You want to say something, sir?
Okay,
yes, Daddy.
it's a wonderful training.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed it.
Okay.
And what is that about following one down, being with one downline that is working, or social line is working? It's really important because one social line can even make you 5,000 cc in a year.
Yes.
I remember when my late wife was working with Richard. Richard was qualifying at 5,000 cc just from her alone. So it's very important to focus on one. But if you can get more than one, but still that one, don't joke with it. Thank you so much for this training. We will all be there. We'll get to the top very soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Clement. You know, when you are motivated yourself, it is easy to get other
word, please.
good people. You understand me?
Good evening.
Yeah, good
evening, Raoul.
Just a minute, Boye.
This is Boye. This is Boye here.
Yes, Boye, just a minute.
How are you?
Okay. Yes, fine, Boye. I'm still saying it. When you are a lot motivated and moving with only one downline that want to make a result and developing him, there's a say in English, they say, to be together there's power in being together. That it is even, it is something like, comment on dit? Lucie, tu es là?
Je suis là.
S'il te plaît, en fait, il faut dire qu'il y a du pouvoir dans la proximité. Il y a du pouvoir.
There is a power in our proximity.
Non, proximité, à être ensemble tous les jours avec un filleul, quoi. Il y a du pouvoir.
There is a power to be close, very close to one downline every day.
Et c'est même de cette manière qu'on transmet véritablement le business à quelqu'un.
And that's the truly the genuine way to transfer the business to someone.
Je me souviens, pour ceux qui connaissent Eluku,
For those that know Eluku,
Eluku avait tellement le désir de réussir que Luku et moi, on dormait dans le même lit à Abidjan.
Wow. Eluku he really have the desire to succeed in Fall River at the point that we even sometimes we sleep on the same bed.
On parle de Forever jusqu'à dormir, on se réveille et on recommence par parler de Forever.
We will talk about forever until we go to sleep, and then when we wake up, we keep on talking about forever. Wow.
C'est une chance inouïe d'avoir quelqu'un qui en veut autant.
This is a a great chance to have someone that really want more, really is hungry. He's hungry for success.
Souvent, on n'en trouve pas.
Most of the time, we don't have a chance to find those people.
Aujourd'hui, Eluku est qualifié 5000 cc. Il est chairman bonus niveau 2 avec 4 branches.
Today, he's been qualified with 5,000 cc, chairman bonus level 2 with 4 legs.
Et il est diamant.
And he's a diamond.
Et moi, ce que ça me donne, c'est que j'ai un réseau qui est profond.
So for me, what this is giving me is that I have a team that's really deep. So Aluku, you are the Aluku upline, right?
Je suis chairman bonus niveau 2, mais j'ai 2 niveaux 2 derrière moi.
And then
la garantie du réseau.
And then he's the upline that he's a chairman bonus level 2, and he have a two level right down him.
Donc c'est important de travailler même si c'est une seule personne, de s'en occuper comme cela se doit.
So it's very important to work even if you have one person that is close to you and take care of him like you're supposed to.
And I hope you, Lucy, you are understanding what I mean.
I do really understand it. I got my message. I already got my dose.
Boye. Boye Abe.
Okay. Raoul, how are you, my brother? Thank you very, very much for that motivation. I believe it was just me you're talking to start small. I know you know a lot more about my story than most people here. So thank you very much. That was just for me. Mm-hmm. Start small. I have my eyes on just 2 people for this year. And those are the 2 I'm working with for the year.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Boye.
Thank you so much. We've gone past time. For me, I want to be here forever because I'm in Canada, so the time is still past. But for our Nigerian people, so they need to go to bed. Thank you so much, Mr. Raoul. Thank you. We can't say thank you enough. Please, let's give it up for Mr. Raoul and Lucia. Please, let's give it up. We need to give it up. Please, please, everyone, give it up. Give it up. Let's see the po. Thank you.
So much for having us.
Thank you. We love you. We love you. Really, really love you. We love you.
Raoul, say hello to Mariama.
I will do that. Promise. She's in Benin actually now.
Thank you, Lucia. Thank you so much.
Right, darling. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.